sitting here driving, I'm thinking about how the old version of me, or even just not even the old version of me, y'all, like the me maybe 4 months ago, would have been so afraid or quote unquote ashamed to show up online doing Amazon flicks in my car. And I don't know what God has done to like remove this thing from my heart. I know that it's a part of my growth journey, but I'm just so intrigued to know like how really does that switch, like the light comes on, it's like it comes on like that, and it's like, why am I caring? And I don't know if it's the age. Now that I'm 34, y'all, I'm just like, no, I want to see a change in my life. I want to see a difference in my life. And we think that most of the time when we're connected to a certain caliber of a job, that everything is going to be okay. Everything is fine. We're doing good for ourselves. And I know that this switch of growth came with me wanting to be happy for myself, not for people to be happy necessarily for me. People don't know what we have to endure or what things or burdens we have to carry on our back to be in certain positions. People are just looking at the way that things look on the outside. This vest for me, doing this in my car on my time when I can pick it up, gives me a sense of freedom. It gives me a clear space to not be so jumbled up when I want to go and pour into my brand. When I want to get on here and talk to y'all, I'm not so overwhelmed and stressed out by somebody else's company or somebody else's business that ain't got nothing to do with me. It gets to a point where you start doing the things that make you happy regardless of what the people on the outside think of you as. And one day I was talking to my mom, and she was telling me, like, when it comes to the guys that I've been dating since I've been on this journey, she was like, girl, they be gone quick. Like, it's like you don't give nobody no chance. And I had to tell my mama, Mom, just because to you things seem quick and it seems like they come in, they here for a little while and they gone, you don't know the things that I've endured behind closed doors. I don't run to you every time there's an issue or I feel like it's something off with this person. I deal with it and I see exactly what I can deal with, and when I can't deal with this person in the sense of them being in my life permanently, I'm gonna go ahead and remove them. I'm not wasting any time, because the longer they stay, the harder it is for you to get rid of these people. So for me, you might not have seen how this person lied, or this person went ghost for 2 days, or this person is not giving me the emotional fulfillment that I need. You didn't get to see those things. You just got to see when he came in, most of the things that he was doing, some of the lavish things that this person was doing, and then now he's gone. We have to get, and I know that it takes time. So when I say this, y'all, I'm not saying this in a rushing you time, because it took for me to turn 34 to really just not care about how anybody looked at me, because this is my life. I know what fulfills me and makes me happy. I know what makes me a better parent. I know what makes me a better friend. I know what makes me a better daughter. I know what makes me a better partner. And that's me being happy. So anything that causes me chaos, anything that causes me my peace, anything that is stopping me from having the energy to pour into this gift and this thing that God has given me to birth in this earth, I don't want to be associated with it. I just don't want to be associated with it. And I'm okay with releasing, with the understanding that some people aren't going to understand me, that some people are going to judge me. And I posted a video yesterday, and what I said in that video was, people don't get it until it's done. People don't get it until they see the fruits of your labor. So while you are sitting around worried about what everybody else gonna think about you, baby, you wasting time. Once you put one foot in front of the other and just go with the pieces that God has already given you, you're gonna keep going on that journey, and people are gonna see it. I'm pretty sure I'm probably gonna look back at this video and be like, dang, I remember this day. This is what was going on. Y'all, I really thought that me not having my 9 to 5 would send me into chaos. But when I tell you, baby, God's protection, and I always used to tell my girls in the women's community, baby, God be sending me through obstacle courses and sending me through a frenzy. But one thing I know, God is always going to give me a cushion to fall on. God has never, and I'm so grateful, I'm more than grateful, God has never given me something that I could not handle. God has never given me an obstacle without having a little cushion to fall back on. The blow is always soft, and I'm grateful. I am thankful that God values me, that God sees me for who I am and knows exactly what it is that I can handle to still get the job done. It's like, I'm gonna send you through a little chaos, but I know what could break you. And God isn't breaking you to hurt you. God is always breaking us so that we can strip off those layers that we no longer need. Tasha Cobbs has a song called Gracefully Broken. If y'all made it this far in this video, go listen to that song. That song right there is just a sweet, oh my God. It does something to me every time I hear it, because I know that in seasons where I've sat and I've been thinking that I was just in my darkest place and, you know, what is happening? God, I'm by myself. And God has always let me know, no, you're not alone. No, I need you in this spot right now because I need your full attention. And when you come up out of this thing, you're going to understand that I didn't sit you down or break this off of you to hurt you. I'm breaking this off of you so that I can send you to the next level that I need you on, because I need you in another space right now. When we get out of that mindset to think that things bad are happening to us because God hates us, then we'll understand that things are going to go bad. When things go wrong, as they sometimes will, things are not going to always fall the way that we want them to, because there's always somebody ahead of us that can do way more than us. Y'all, you can be sitting down for 2 years straight not doing nothing and thinking that you're wasting your time and wasting your life. God could have had you over a toddler classroom at a daycare for 8 years, and you just like, listen, I'm ready to move out of this spot, but your heart just wouldn't let you move on from those kids. Baby, God will bless you in one day with your own thing that you've been trying to build. When we are taking those steps, God does not care. Just do exactly what it is that you are supposed to be doing. And y'all, this situation for me and how I ended up here became so frustrating for me at my job, to where my money didn't make sense. What I was doing anymore didn't make sense. My end goal didn't make sense. And my end goal started to just be material things. Oh, I want to pay off my car. Oh, I want to buy my house. And when I started thinking about it, like, God will bless the business that He has instilled in you to be able to buy your house. You're worried about the wrong thing. You are worried about the wrong things. Once you take away that materialistic taste, you're going to get those things anyways. Once your goal is not on the material and it's with a purpose, on purpose, you're going to get everything it is that you need and want. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't overstay in places, especially when you know for sure that God is moving you from spaces. That example that I just gave, as far as somebody being in a daycare for 8 years and your heart won't let you go. Sometimes, baby, you got to disappoint your heart. Sometimes you have to disappoint your heart. There was places and people that I've been removed from, and God knew that I was not going to remove myself from these people. So what God started to do, what my pastor calls divine aggravation, I started to get aggravated in my soul to where I couldn't even properly function. I couldn't even properly be me. Like, I felt a sense of anger when I clocked into my job. I felt a sense of me being fake when I was around these people, to where I wasn't operating as myself. And I don't ever want to be nowhere where I'm shelled in and I'm not being myself, or I'm angry for no reason. When those things start happening, baby, that is divine aggravation, and it is time for you to remove yourself from that place. It is time for you to remove yourself from that place. Don't worry about what people gonna say. People gonna talk anyways. People gonna talk when it's bad. People gonna talk when it's good, to say what you could have did better. But one thing that I've understood, baby, them people that saying that you could have did something better or you could have did something different, they ain't tried it. They haven't tried it. They haven't did what you're doing. They haven't did it. So how can you tell me? And even when people talk about it and they have gotten to a certain point in their life and they have achieved certain things, your journey ain't their journey. Your journey is not their journey. God takes us on different journeys. Somebody may be an overnight success, and it just may take you building bricks a little longer, because your thing is your thing. When we gotta we gotta stop idolizing jobs. We have to stop idolizing people's journey as well. Because just because somebody's journey went that way, that does not mean that that's for you. What's for you is for you. I hope that helped, y'all. I hope this makes sense to somebody. I told myself that anytime I get the nudge to get on here and record, baby, everything is content. Everything is content. And I'm starting to understand that from the content creator standpoint. Everything is content. This is for somebody. I don't know who it's for. I don't know how many people it's for, but it's for somebody. And I hope it helps somebody.